this video, I am going to explain the most important AI engineering terminologies which you will hear almost every day, whether you are watching any AI related videos or reading technical blogs, working on AI projects or attending interviews. These terminologies are the buzzwords in the current world which you will hear almost in every AI discussions. So without wasting any time, let's jump into it. Today we are going to cover LLM basics, tokens, context window, temperature, token selection, top K and top P, embeddings, vector databases, similarity search, RAG, prompting, and AI agents. Let's start with the most common term, LLMs or the large language models. Large language models are the most advanced prediction engine that has ever built. That means LLMs will predict your next word following the sentence which you have given. As an example, twinkle twinkle, and it will fill up little first and then star. So it produces one word at a time. It predicts one word at a time. This process gets repeated one by one, and as soon as the entire response is completed, this process gets over. That's how ChatGPT or Claude writes content, answers your question, summarize documents, and even generate stories. But here's something interesting. Models never read words, it reads tokens. Think of tokens as Lego blocks, and your entire sentence is being built by these small tokens. As an example, let's say you are typing, what is artificial intelligence? It can break into multiple tokens like what, then is, then artificial intelligence. But it's not always like one word is equals to one tokens. It may vary. Sometimes, let's say unbelievable can be broken into 3 tokens, unbelievable, or comma, space. These are also treated as part of tokens. Roughly 100 words is equals to 130 tokens, or in simpler, 100 tokens is equivalent to 75 words. That's the estimation what is being considered in majority of the cases, but that's an estimation. That's why you will often hear that the companies speak in terms of token limits or the pricing based on token usage. Context window is a very important term. Let's say you have a whiteboard and that has a capacity. You are writing so many things, and after a certain while that whiteboard will be filled. So context window is that whiteboard whenever you are going to chat with ChatGPT or any AI applications. So there is a context limit or context window associated to every AI systems. It's the AI's working memory. It includes everything AI is currently working on. That could be your question, then the generated answers, your past conversations. If you have attached any document, then that document will also be broken down into tokens, and that number will also get counted. If context window becomes full, then older conversations could be removed from its memory. That's why AI sometimes forgets a very long conversation history, or sometimes it will just stop you to generate any further information. Next is temperature. It controls how much creativity AI or these models will show. As an example, any mathematical operations like 2 plus 2, it's pretty obvious, like 4. So in that case, temperature would be 0. So the lower the temperature is, the randomness would be that less. So in terms of 0, the LLM will not add any sort of randomness. It is a very obvious answer. Or in case of any creative writing, let's say you want to write a novel or story, the temperature will be very much higher. Let's say 1. That means it will add randomness in its creativity. So lower temperature means more consistent answers, and higher temperature means random, unpredictable answers. You have different use cases, and that's where these different temperature parameters will come into the picture. Now you might wonder that what word AI will pick next. Definitely it is based on the probability. The capital of France is, you will immediately answer it's Paris. That's because it's the most probable answer. That's what AI does. It calculates the probability of the next possible word, and it picks up with the highest probability. Token selection is a very important area because there is so vast amount of data, so many words, tokens. Now, if you think that whenever you are asking something, the next probable word, it could be anything. So all the words in the knowledge base will get ranked based on its probability number. It's humongous data. So while the model will pick up the next word, it cannot go through all of these words, right? So there are some strategies to pick up the tokens, top K and top P. Top K are nothing but where you pick, let's say, the top 3 highest probability number words to pick up the next possible word. And top P is not the fixed number of words, rather the words combining the highest probability number. As an example, you can see in the screen that if you are asking a question, the capital of France is, and you can see that these answers, and if you select top K mechanism, then it will only take the first 3 highest probable numbers to pick up from the next possible word. But if you go by the top P, it will not pick up any fixed amount of words, rather it will pick up the words which summed up to that probability, which is 0.9 in that case, or 90%. One of the coolest concepts is embeddings. Do you know that AI will only understand numeric representation? So whatever sentence you are getting, definitely that's been converted into tokens, but that is also getting converted into some sort of numerical representations, and those are called as embeddings. If 2 sentences will be having similar meanings, then the generated embeddings of these 2 sentences will also be similar. Now imagine you have millions of embeddings, and where do you save them or where do you store them? That's where vector database comes. Vector database are the specialized database which stores embeddings or vectors. Think of it as a super smart library. In traditional database, we often search with exact word or exact number. But in vector database, you can do a similarity search. So if you search for how do I reset my password, it can also find that document that reset your password or forget my password instructions. That's how similarity search or meaning-based searching takes place, which is different than traditional database searching. Now, one of the hottest terminologies is RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, where these previous concepts gets mixed up. Let's say that you want an AI system which will only answer from its knowledge base or a predefined knowledge base. This type of solution generally comes to target the customers with a defined knowledge base. As an example, HR management system of a company. You ask all HR related questions and that AI bot will answer all your questions based on that company's HR policy documents. Think of it like an open book exam where the model will reach out to this knowledge base and it will find the closest possible answers based on your question from this knowledge base, and it will generate an output to you. Finally, there is prompting. The more you give context and a goal set and a role to the model in your prompt, the better the responses will be. There are zero-shot prompting, one-shot prompting, and few shots prompting. Where zero-shot prompting means, let's say you are asking what is artificial intelligence. In one-shot prompting, you give one example that how you want the output to be. In few shots prompting, you give more than one example. What it will do, it will help the LLM to generate more structured output based on the examples that you provide. Finally, the last concept is AI agent. A normal chatbot will just answer to your question, but an AI agent will not only answer but will also perform some actions based on your ask. Think of LLM as a brain, but you also need some hands to perform some actions so that the LLM can connect to different tools and can achieve the task which you have given to it. And that's what AI agent is. I hope you found today's video helpful and you enjoyed it. I regularly create content on AI engineering. So if you found these videos helpful, please do like, share and subscribe. Before I sign off, quickly introduce myself. I am Parnab Sengupta, having 12 plus years of experience in software engineering. I have experience across the geographies and I have also worked with multinational companies and Fortune 500 companies. So if you are interested in connecting with me to discuss on AI, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, keep in touch, and see you in the next video. Bye.